Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Tidings, which is from Zentangle. This is one of the earlier tangles that they put out. And, because of that, I didn't find where, like, they did a blog post or anything. I believe it was in the original booklet that came with the Zentangle kit that you would purchase. All right. So it's an easy one, which is nice. This could be a great. It's a great fill-in. If you, gosh, I think if you did it small, get my words together here. Um, it could be an interesting texture, depending on what size you do it. Now, this is going to be it's a series of S's, really. But at the ends, we kind of, fill it in with a little ball or like, we call it fancy fescue, but it's kind of like the opus, an opus frond. So I'm going to put an S shape right in the middle. And here's how I found it easiest to do these, is to do it one way. And then as you saw, I came back, had the line come back on itself. I will fill it in. I tried doing it like right from the start, and I just couldn't do that. So whatever works for you. If you can do that, great. Or you can just, do a simple, just an S shape, and then, like, if you pick your pen up, if you need to do it that way too, instead of it having it be all one stroke. Whatever works for you. And so we're just going to scatter these around. Yeah, I had hoped to share the original step out from Zentangle, but yeah, and I'll keep searching it. If I find it, I'll end up putting it on on the video here as the for more inspiration link. But as of right now, and I want to do it from them, not from anywhere else. Like, if sometimes if I'll find things on Pinterest, and and it's not being posted from Zentangles, or somebody else, copied it out of somewhere, and I'm not going to share that. All right. So once you are set with your S shapes all over the place, pick one to start, and then the rest of it is just aura-ing. And so I'm going to start on the center. And of course, you decide how far away you want to aura. And if you are new to Zentangle, as you can see, an aura is basically just an outline. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do each individual shape first, and then we'll go from there. If you've done the Tangle Crescent Moon, that's how we approach that one as well, where we aura each of the, the second step is we aura each of the bumps that we did in the first step, and then go from there. So this is a kind of a hat tip to that one, to that tangle, in that it's kind of the same idea, but we're just going to fill in the space, and you're just not going to know what which way things are going to end up, which is fun and kind of what Zentangle's about. And then it's okay. So my next step is, okay, which one do I want to start on? Oh, maybe I'll just continue the way I did, and I'll start on this first one, and then really from this point, and I think I can fit all the way through once. When you get to something like this, you can decide how you want to approach that. I could just fit that one through there. Wow, I got a whole one. Okay, well, let's do another. And I see one that, this one I'll be able to complete all together. But let me show you now what happens when, oh, well, heck, now I'm just going to go in order, just because I feel like I need to. And let's see, I'm going to work underneath my border, so I'm going to stop there. And in as the halabow technique would be, I'm imagining that it's going underneath here, and then I would pick it up right here, go around, and meet. All right. Now this one here. All right, let's. Okay, I'm just gonna start it here because see, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to go all the way through there, so I'm just gonna start there. We'll see where it goes. And whoop, can't fit through there. So, and I, in my mind, I call this bouncing. And when I teach crescent moon, that's the word that I use. It's like, oh well, I'm gonna essentially aura this corner. So like this, and I'm gonna continue, on the next line that I see. It's like, oh well, we're gonna come around, and we'll continue over here. And I can't really fit through there, so I was like, oh, bounced off of that corner, bounced off of this corner, coming back around. And as you can see, my aura lines aren't necessarily all evenly spaced. We just do the best that we can. We don't worry about it. Oh, and there, let's see. Just keep going around and around. And there I ended right where I started. Now this one, because it needs to have another go around here. Let's see, am I gonna, well, I think I can kind of fit. Yep, like that. And I hope this is making sense. It's like, now I'm trying to think, it's not really like drawing a maze. I don't know. I just think of it as a fun game. In some of these places, like I don't need to go all the way around. Although right now I'm having kind of fun with that. Oh, look at, oh, there I can end it right where it started. And then really from here, as I can see, it's just going to be these outward sections for now. And so what my point was, I can just finish this like here. There's just a point where you say, okay, there I can some of them I can continue as far as I can go, and then some of them like here. We can just do this sections. I hope that makes sense. I find it, like I said, a fun game. Where I just see how far can it travel before it before it meets back up at at the starting point, or you just run out of room, like I believe I have here. Now, these open sections here, I'm gonna aura it just as well, probably just one, like that. Let's have that meet. And if you want to get real small, you could do like little triangles, or like here, I'm just gonna put a little orb in there. Oh, and over here too. And then you just, keep looking at it until you feel like you're done. And then you're done. Now, in the Zenthology, so that's our book that we get from Zentangle when we go through the training, they shaded just the whole perimeter. And that's something that you could do. And I thought, you can kind of see how that would work. But I was thinking this would be much, much more fun. So I'm putting some graphite. Let me use the Zentangle pencil. It has a little bit better point. I am following, if you see these, corners. Oh, actually, that can go there. Right here. Right here. We'll just, oh, this one can go 2 directions there at the end. All right, let's do those first. And I'm just going to kind of do the scooching motion. Oh, there I missed. Let's put some graphite in there so it's nice. Go all the way there. And you can see how neat it's already starting to look. And so I'm just doing the scooching motion. It's kind of an up and down motion first. And I'm working to put the tortillon as center as I can on those little points. So that way it'll spread the graphite out to both sides somewhat evenly. Excuse me. And then you can always go back. That's turned out neat. And so like right here, I'm just going to use the graphite that's left on the tortillon. And what this does is it kind of pops up all of the S shapes, and it makes them, it does make it definitely 3-dimensional. Yeah, I like it. And I'm going to do the outside, but I'm going to do the outside not coming in. I'm going to do the outside going out just as a little bit of a finishing touch. And because as I was doing this, you can see all these places where I went outside. Let me use this one. But it's a neat tangle, and as I mentioned, if you didn't do that, you just do the inside. It's then this will all be kind of at one level and be a really nice texture. Where the texture has become 3-dimensional. Could probably also, instead of doing that, maybe shade in where the S shapes are, and that would push them down. Neat. Lots of options. Lots of options. What a fun tangle. And I really hadn't, I've seen it, but I hadn't really given it a good try up until now, and I'm glad that I did. How fun. All right. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love to have it if you click the like button. And feel free to share it. And as I'm looking, I need to put some there. Yeah, feel free to share it, leave comments. And if you liked it enough to see more, I'd love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. In the description section, you will find my step out. I have nothing else to share, unfortunately. But like I said, if I do, I'll end up putting it there. In the form under, well, it won't say for more inspiration because I don't have anything, but if I find something, I will put it there. In the description section also, you'll find ways to connect with me. I have a link to my website where you will find the classes that I do. I do them almost twice weekly, and I do 2 sessions on those 2 days, so really it's almost 4 times weekly. Yeah, right. And just depends on the week. A lot of them are free. I do have some that are paid. And below that, if you happen to be on Facebook, we have just an amazing community of Tangle Addicts. So that we share our tangles, or our Zentangle work, I should say. We do have a nice community. If you've been following me, we have a few that deconstruct patterns and then create the step outs for us, and those we will premiere on those Thursday Tangle times. and have a lot of fun with them. And you will see those on there. What else? But would love to have you join us on the Facebook private group. A link to my page is there as well. So if you want to follow me there, when I post classes, you should get notified or something. And I know on my website under classes, there are other ways to follow me, like through Eventbrite and Meetup.com. And there's my blog there as well. So anyway, would love to connect with you, love to tangle with you. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.